Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Jobu's Day Job. And we're here back on the red brick house, and we are getting to work. I screwed the pooch here because this old window right here, we're keeping those. I actually rebuilt the sash a couple of years ago, and the sash is fine. The problem is the window weights aren't on here. So because we had it up one of the days and the wind came through, it came down and it broke the glass. So I've got new glass to go in here. We're going to get this fixed today. I'm going to open this up so I can get the window glass, the window weight and stuff off of here to work, so that way they'll work like they're supposed to. We're also going to work on actually getting all of this old lead paint and stuff out here. We'll use a dust mask, a scraper, heat gun, and all the different methods and stuff to get that squared away. And if you remember, I was working in the workshop on making our piece to go back here on the post. Now you can see where a lot of this is rotted out. We're actually going to fill this in with Bondo filler, and we're going to sand this out to try and get it back to looking like its old glory, get the vines and stuff off of it. I would love to just at least get this painted just to show how nice. Now the good thing is most of this paint right here is actually, it's so thick it actually kind of chips off. I've got an attachment for my vibrating cutter that I'm going to try and use to loosen some of that stuff up. We're fortunate because like this post right here, it doesn't have a whole lot. We actually worked on this somewhat and it's still in good shape. So a nice coat of paint will look good on that. And it's warm. All of a sudden it is warm in here. Up here, you'll remember last week I was up in the attic here, getting the attic ladder and stuff put in place. We're going to cut the beam across here and put another one to sister up with this for an entranceway for our heating and air conditioning ductwork to be able to come through. We'll clean up the cuts in here to make sure it's not jagged and actually covered over, so that way nobody will get hurt. What's going to happen is the ductwork's going to come in here with the supply trunk line, and a return will be right over here, so that way the heating and air conditioning system will work real good. And we're also going to go ahead and get our electrical wiring up here for our lights. We're going to have recessed lights that are going to be up top, and we'll get our fan supplies and stuff in there. Heck, we might need to, now that it's getting warm, we might need to get our fans in here sooner than later so we can get a little bit of air moving up in here. So those are some of the things that we're doing. Now you'll remember also too, with working on this house, we've done so much demo and things. For example, there used to be a wall right here. The amazing thing is, and you can see all these are actually wide boards. These were the partition wall. They're full of nails, but we're going to pull the nails out of those and we're going to reuse those. So when we end up doing the little plaques and stuff, this is from the wood that we salvaged from the house here. And you can see we have a lot of it, a lot of it, and all these 2x4s. What we're going to try and do is see with the 2x4s, if I have long enough ones that I can actually make the whole countertop, which is an L-shaped one, using that. That's going to be a task, a real big task to do that, because that's some really a long run from one end to the other. But that's where we are getting started. And I've got to go through, and this was cut. We're going to probably go through here and try and level these out in between here and get these put back in place in here. So we've got a lot of work. Oh, and the big thing, I want to start today actually starting to put and seeing how that's going to look with our paneling pieces up in here. So we've had to drive down the road and pick up materials and so on. So it's already almost 1 o'clock today. We'll see how much we get done today, but you know, it's always fun times when we get here at the red brick house. And it's warm outside today. It's supposed to hit 70s, low 70s. All right, good people, let's get to work. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening. We're gonna call it a day. The sun's going down, but the amazing thing is it's still bright as can be. I've been putting this off, but it's actually going pretty good. We are putting in the ceiling pieces. We have 12 footers. Thing I'm learning, because this is not, it's 203 years old. It's high and low in places. So I'm actually better off cutting about like 8-9 foot sections and putting them in and splitting the seam. But you can see the look of that. It's very, very rustic. You can see the beams. This is going to look incredible when it's done. I love this. I love this. This is taking quite a bit of time, but we also have been working. This time I didn't break the glass, but we got the new window panes put in here, double strength glass, which is great. And look at this. We stripped that down. Tell me that's not. Oh, look at that. That's what's underneath all these floors and stuff in here. And it's getting there, bit by bit. I couldn't be happier with the way it's going. Like I said, today was getting down here and getting everything here, material-wise, and running around. But we've gotten quite a bit done. And like I said, I think that looks really good over there. Oh man, the paint coming off of there and stuff. Oh, something else I discovered. So, did you try, hey honey, did you try and scrape this before we left? Because that I think it's actually, we're trying stripper versus the heat gun to see which is better. But we took off the metal flashing that was on here because we want to get back to the original wood. And when I took off the flashing over here, check this out. Look at that round OG on that sucker. And we figure these were the hinges for the actual shutters that used to go on here. So there were truly shutters here for bad weather. And I've also started working on this right here, starting to get this put back together. Basically going to build it up and sand it out so that way it's going to be like it was originally, get it painted. So that's what we've done so far today. Today was a short day. Tomorrow we'll be here early because we're here in town ready to work. And you can see, look at that. The trees are beginning to get leaves on them. Spring is here. The sap's going to start running. And we got to get done. There, didn't you, Trey? That's your people. So you better not say nothing about skipping Joey.
Good luck getting Skip and Joanne this money.
Huh?
Good luck getting their money.
They were penniless there
Yeah, I
when
know.
they started.
I know.
How do you know that that you and me might not get there?
Mostly because it's not the plan.
41,
Not
Mike.
your plan.
Mike 41. And that will be the last. You never know, Trey. One of the networks might say, hey, in the same way, Pat McAfee, I bet, didn't think that he was going to be on WWE and doing the Pro Bowl content for the NFL.